Hi, welcome to today's Piece of Peace. I started off my journaling this morning just thanking God for such a peaceful morning. I love mornings, they are my favorite time of day. And I had such a crazy week with my father who broke his hip in the hospital, being with him. He was getting transitioned into a transitional care unit where he was going to undergo PT, OT, ST, all the T's, and hopefully be able to get home soon. I was able to see him in the hospital, but we're not able to go see him now at the transitional care unit because they just don't let family members in. And he's an extrovert and he's vulnerable, and I'm praying for him. I hope you do too. On Sunday, we sat with each other and I helped him do some tutorials on Duo so that he could learn how to video call us so he won't feel so alone. And I was hoping that he could figure that out. We sort of walked through it a couple times, receiving calls, doing calls, and hopefully he'll get that down as a 79-year-old technology mongrel. And we'll see how he does. But this morning, had my father on my brain because it was his first night without anybody coming in to be with him. And I sat with the Lord this morning, oh so quietly. And I said, good morning, Lord. Thank you for this new day, which is how I usually address him each morning. I said, again, I find myself in the quiet of the morning. I love this time of day when just you and I are up together and peace fills the atmosphere, the trickle of the fountain and the fish tank, the soft hue of lighting, absolute stillness in the house. I am so incredibly grateful, Lord, that you provide such a beautiful and undistracted space in time for us to meet. How I love you. The Lord responds to me, how I love you, Janelle. And then sort of hits me out from underneath my feet because I wasn't talking about my dad, but he says, trust your father to me. I know this is on your mind and you are holding a burden only I can carry. Release him fully to me. I know exactly what he needs, and through many others I will be meeting with him. You need not be concerned. I love Jim. That's his name. His tenderness, his kindness is a response to my love for him. That is my image bared on his life and character. Trust him into my capable hands. I do have him more securely than you could ever. It made me think that I probably wasn't the only one carrying a burden that belonged to God. So I wanted to share that with you. How many of you have a situation in your life right now that you're sort of holding on to it, worrying about it, thinking about it, and not releasing it into your trust into your King? A burden he carries, one that we're not meant to. And knowing that he's got it much better than we ever could. It was such a sweet thing that God was giving this peace to me so that I could rest and hand my earthly father over to my heavenly Father. And just at that moment, as I was thanking God for that, I said, what a gift, Lord, that you would, just so sweet. My phone rang on Duo, and it was my sweet father calling me at 6 o'clock this morning. And it was just so sweet. I pull it up and I see his full face, not just his forehead in the video. And he got to talk about his day. And I got to read to him what the Lord had just given me for him. Huge. Such a sweet encounter. Said goodbye to my father after a bit of a conversation and headed into our devotion, which I'll bring to you. We're going to be reading out of Our Daily Bread. The author of today's devotion is Kirsten Holmberg, and she titles it Borrowed Shoes. We're going to be in Galatians 5, starting in verse 13 and going through 26, so hang in there with me. It's a bit. It says, you, my brothers, are called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the sinful nature. Rather, serve one another in love. The entire law is summed up in a single command: love your neighbor as yourself. If you keep on biting and devouring each other, watch out or you will be destroyed by each other. This is huge for right now. We have, even the church, even believers in Jesus Christ are divided over political stances. I definitely know there's many divisions over political stances, regardless of Christian, non-Christian, believers, non-believers. In Jesus, it is crazy how divided we are. And there's a warning here. If you keep on biting and devouring each other, watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other. That is a warning. God calls us to live at peace with each other, at all cost, to live at peace. There is no division in the kingdom. There's no division in heaven. There's no division, divisive. There's nothing divisive up there. God is the Godhead, and there's joy, and there's peace. And he's asking us to live on earth as it is in heaven right now. This is a warning. Take that, heed that. It says, if you keep on biting and devouring each other, watch out or you will be destroyed by each other. At all costs, don't be a piece of the dividing factor. When we partner with that division and we start to think about people because of where they stand politically, derogatorily, and we place judgments or we speak out loud, anything, judgments or vows against them, we're being part of what the enemy's tactics are to divide. And then we are partnering with the enemy to bring in that division. God doesn't want that of us at all. He doesn't want that of us. Let's partner with God on earth as it is in heaven. Watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other. He says, love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. I'm going to go on here. So I say, live by the Spirit. That's the Holy Spirit. Live by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of your sinful nature. For the sinful nature desires what is contrary to the Spirit, and the Spirit what is contrary to the sinful nature. They are in conflict with each other, so that you do not do what you want. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. The acts of the sinful nature are obvious: sexual immorality, impurity, debauchery, idolatry and witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissensions, factions, and envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. I warn you, as I did before, that those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the sinful nature with its passions and desires. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. Let us not become conceited or provoking and envying each other. Provoking, envying each other. It brings us to our devotion piece. Kirsten writes, borrowed shoes. She starts it with, serve one another humbly in love. And she says, in the chaos in fleeing his home during California wildfires of 2018, Gabe, a high school senior, missed the state qualifying cross-country race for which he had been training. Missing this meet meant that he wouldn't have the chance to compete in the state meet, the culminating event of his 4-year running career. In light of the circumstances, the state's athletics board gave Gabe another chance. He'd have to run a qualifying time by himself on a rival high school's track in street shoes because his running shoes were in the charred rubble of his home. When he showed up to the race, Gabe was surprised by his competitors who had come to supply him with proper shoes and to run alongside him to ensure he kept the pace necessary to be entered into the state meet. Gabe's opponents had no obligation to help him. They could have given into their natural desires to look out for themselves. Doing so might have improved their own odds of winning. But Paul urges us to display the fruits of the Spirit in our lives to serve one another humbly in love and to demonstrate kindness and goodness. When we lean on the Spirit to help us not act on our natural instincts, we're better able to love those around us. When we rely on the Spirit to help us not act on our natural instincts, we are better able to love those around us. Her charge was this: how are you showing the fruits of the Spirit in the way you treat others? How is it happening in today's culture with all the division? How can you better love your neighbor? And her prayer was this: Dear God, my natural desire is to look out for myself. Help me to serve others out of love for you. And that's today's piece of peace. God bless you.